heavy is that? Light work with the bass on the track, on my face to the back like I'm taking a slap. I need a drink, but it's straight from the tap, and I'm hating this.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy TSG, that's Soccer Guy, and welcome back to the Champions League match review for Chelsea 4, Malmo 0. Today we're going to be going through the team. I'm going to be giving you my player ratings and showing you who I think was the best player in the team today. With that being said, let's get starting things right off with the goalkeeper, Edouard Mendy. There's not much to say for Edouard Mendy because he didn't have much to do. With that being said, he's getting a rating of 6 out of 10. Let's get right into the defense, starting off with Antonio Rudiger. To be honest, he didn't really have much to do in the game. He was more of a threat offensively than any of the threat against the Malmo team against him defensively. He played really good. He won us a penalty, and overall, he had a really good game. With that being said, Rudiger is getting a 7 out of 10 rating from me. Moving right into Thiago Silva, another player didn't have much to do. He wasn't moving forward as much as Antonio Rudiger and Andres Christensen, but at the same time, I think he's going to get the same rating as Rudiger, a 7 out of 10. What he did do, he did well. He stayed in the back, played the little bit of defense that he needed to do, and made sure the ball was where it needed to be, up front so the attacking players could attack. Andres Christensen had another great game today. He even scored his first goal for Chelsea. Overall, great performance, not much to do defensively, but was definitely a threat for Malmo offensively. With that being said, he's going to wrap up the back three with a rating of 7 out of 10. Now getting into the midfield, we have Ben Chilwell, Azpilicueta, Angola Conte, and Jorginho. All four of the players played really well. The midfield is where most of our game was ran in this. Malmo didn't have a chance competing with our midfield. We were very good in the midfield. So I'm going to get right into it and start right off with Ben Chilwell. Chilwell had another great performance. I would have loved to see him get a goal. Everything he was doing in the game, he was doing well. Nobody on Malmo seemed to cause him a problem offensively or defensively. With that being said, Ben Chilwell is getting a 8 out of 10 rating from me. Overall, I think he had another great performance, and if he keeps on with these great performances, he's going to pick himself for the starting lineup every week, and I'm thoroughly enjoying everything I'm seeing from the guy. Now let's get right into Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta is getting a 7 out of 10 rating from me. He's another player that was doing so well. I would have loved to see Reese James play. I'm glad he came in the second half, but Azpi did everything he needed to do in that first half and until he came off to ensure that they weren't breaking into our defense and was keeping everything forward. As far as Jorginho and N'Golo Conte, first for Jorginho, I think this was a super important game for him. Super nice to see him back in the team. Good game for him to get some fitness levels back, and he scored 2 penalties in the game and helped the team to a 4-0 win. With that being said, I'm giving Jorginho a 7 out of 10 rating. N'Golo Conte was another one of those great players today. I think he bossed everything in the midfield, had complete control, cutting lanes, cutting passing lanes, everything, doing anything he could to stop them from moving up the field. Was a problem for all of their players. I can't even tell you how many times he got fouled in the game. Everything he was doing it right. With that being said, N'Golo Conte is getting an 8 out of 10 rating from me. Now let's move right into Mason Mount. Mason Mount, it was another player that I was super happy to see back in the team, get a full 90 minutes under his belt. He played really good the entire time, and if this is the Mason Mount we're going to see like we saw last season, I'm going to love seeing him in the team. He's super influential for the team. He comes with high energy, he comes with a lot of pressing, and it's something that we need in this team to help us win these big games, and even these small games where this little bit of energy goes a long way for us. With that being said, Mason Mount is getting a 7 out of 10. Now moving into the offense, we have Big Rom and we have Timo Werner. Now, there's not too much to say about these guys. They didn't play a lot. Hopefully, their injuries aren't super bad and we get to see them very soon. Out of the two that were up front, I think the one that played the best was Rom. I'm giving Rom a 7 out of 10. He helped in that little bit of time that he played, the 23 minutes. He helped set up 2 goals. He was definitely part of the attacks. You could see he was trying to get back to his best. Unfortunately, he went off with that injury. As far as Timo Werner didn't have that great of a game. You can see the moves he's trying to make. They just weren't getting off with this game, and I could see him having a little bit of a frustrating time in this fixture. With that being said, Timo Werner is getting a 6 out of 10 rating from me. Now let's get right into the substitutes. We had Callum Hudson-Odoi, Kai Havertz off the bench. We also had Saul, Marcus Alonso, and Reese James. The first person we're going to go into is Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz came off the bench for Romelu Lukaku and did everything he should have done. He came in, he wanted to prove that he should be on this team. I don't know if he necessarily did enough to get the starting spot. If Rom's injured, I think he'll definitely be in the lineup. But he did what he needed to do and played really well and grabbed himself a goal, which was super important for his confidence. With that being said, he's getting a 7 out of 10. Now let's go with the next substitute that came in. Callum Hudson-Odoi. Callum Hudson-Odoi, I was super excited to see get on the pitch, especially when Thomas Tuchel's playing him on the left-hand side. He's one of our best players, if not our best player, in that position. And when he plays there, I love to see it. With that being said, he's getting a 7 out of 10 as well. He did everything he could in this game correctly. He was helping with the play. He helped Kai Havertz set up his goal. His pace down that wing was a problem for all of their defenders, and overall another great performance from Callum Hudson-Odoi. Hopefully we get to see this more often. Now let's get right into Saul. Saul, I'm going to give a 5 out of 10 straight off the back. I don't want to get a lot of flack. I know I give Saul a lot of problems and a lot of trouble on this channel. I say that I don't really like him that much. This was another game where I didn't really see much from him. I want Saul to do great. I want to have another Kovacic story at this team. But I just don't think it's going to happen with him. I think he came in. He didn't really change anything that was going on. He didn't have too much of an impact. He tried one little cross, got blocked. And other than that, I don't remember anything super notable from him in this game. With that being said, as I said before, Saul's getting a 5 out of 10 rating. Now for Reese James and Marcus Alonso, I'm going to go ahead and give them both 6 out of 10 ratings. They came in with a little bit of time left. They didn't really have much to do. There wasn't a lot to do. And I don't think I could give them higher than a 6 out of 10. Overall, this was another great team performance. This was a game we 100% should have won, so I'm really glad we did what we did. I predicted a 4-0 before the match. Super excited to see that prediction was right. It could have been way more, though, the way we were going up against them. I don't even know if they had a shot on target. I truthfully don't remember it if they did. But we had a lot going on against them, and I think if we would have played more offensively, we could have had... Honestly, we probably could have had 8 goals in this game. We were playing really well. I think we're going to take this energy into the Norwich game, which should be another win for us. I'm super happy with the result, super positive about what's going on with the team, and super excited with this weekend. With all that being said, that's everything for me for this video. Look forward to the match review that's coming up and match preview that's coming up for the Norwich game this weekend. I'm super excited to make that video. If you enjoyed this one, like, comment, subscribe in the comment section down below. Hope to see you guys for the next one. TSG, that soccer guy, signing out.
How heavy is that? Light work with the bass on the track, on my face to the back like I'm taking a slap. I need a drink, but it's straight from the tap. And I'm hating the slack up on my...